enough from
Alright, chat, let's go through a couple things real quick.
I'm speechless after that one.
That was sick.
That was sick. That was...
Some of the things Gen.G did that game was insane.
He came back with Kaisa. I was like, guys, let's forget about that game 5 in our...
Look at this Baron play that they did. Just look at this. What they do to you is... You don't really notice it, but watch what they do to you. So, Mako comes out of base, and he has 3 wards, yeah? They track Mako's wards. He has 4 wards. Mako's out of base with 4 wards. Mako puts all his wards down around the Baron area. Wait, is it this Baron? It is. So they know Lehens has no wards. Mako has no wards. They know it. And they have tempo on the map. And Mako wants the base. But watch what Mako does. He's like second guessing. Fuck, are they on Baron? Oof, they could do Baron. Like Canyon's in the pit taking his pink. He has no wards. No one has wards. None of them. What Gen.G will do is, like, even though they're in, like, a numbers disadvantage perhaps, or like they don't have tempo, they'll start Baron. This isn't to finish. It's not to finish. It's for them to blue orb. So now they know this ward is showing Mako. They know Mako hasn't based yet. They got a blue orb. Now Mako wants to base. He's channeling his recall again. But Chovy's over the wall. They could be on Baron again. Maybe he's trying to scout for information. Mako has to stay. And then the Maokai sapling spot Mako, and they're pinging Mako. Look. Rel still there. Rel still hasn't based. They have no vision. He goes in to check. It's not there. This ward is doing so much work. They see Mako again still. Mako again is saying, guys, I need to base. I have no wards. He tries to recall. Cancelled again. They're just blasting the enemy support. They started again. Mako has no wards. Why are they starting it? Because they're pulling top esports. They know you have no wards. Come. Come stop this. How do you stop this? And now when you think you're gonna stop it, bang. They pull the trigger. Instant engage. Everyone's on top of you. So for the last minute to a minute and 30, they've got top esports by the balls, you know? They know you have no vision. They know you can't get vision, and they're gonna choke you out until you face check, and then you're gonna die. So the sequence from this point onwards is won. The play is already won now, even though Lehens dies. They use a lot of ults. From this point onwards, Gen.G's won the game. You don't really think about it, but they have. Because of this one ward. This one ward is stopping Mako from being able to do anything. He can't. He just wants to base and get wards, and then everyone's fine. But they don't allow him. And they keep doing that by A, poking him down, but B, fake contest him. Fake contesting, right? This constant Baron threat looming in Mako's mind because Gen.G could be on it, couldn't be on it. This guessing game is so difficult to play against. Constantly just cancelling or finding or fishing. All for enough time for Lehens to come out of base, start the Baron, and pull the trigger. Really well played by Gen.G. Really well played. And then Gen.G, even though they're behind in the game from top esports' early game, it always felt like Gen.G was playing on 2 lanes. This instance here, for example. What happens? Gen.G herald top, okay? They herald top, Canyon crashed into the wall, it's funny. Now they all recall. But what essentially happens here is top esports say, we're ahead, let's snowball the game. I've got a bot push, I'm going to TP top behind the rumble, and let's get top tier 1, okay? That's what their call is. Gen.G don't even flinch. What happens? Lucian TP's top, they 4-man top, but what ends up happening? Gen.G play on 2 lanes. Playing on 2 lanes when you're behind is it's crazy to be able to do that, especially when you're down in Drakes and you don't have as much map control. So essentially what happens is, you're pushing top with Rumble Lucian, but you don't have TP. I think this is a mistake from top esports, because essentially Gnar pushes out bot. Gen.G just called a dive on JackeyLove because they've over-rotated for this top tier 1 because they thought they had to dive Chovy. JackeyLove, even though he has cleanse, is dead. So now you're in a game state where you're ahead, and you got the enemy team used their tempo top and got top tier 1. But now Gen.G are threatening mid tower. They got a kill onto Jhin. Now they're threatening bot tower. They're like poking you like mosquitoes constantly. No matter what you do and no matter where you go, they're always trading somewhere. Or they're trading ahead when they're behind. And now you've lost top push, you've lost mid push. They're trying to push out bot. Boom, they're bot. They get bot tier 1. They're behind, but their decisiveness and the way they play around these side lanes is just so snappy. I want to watch this Herald fight though. Let's watch this Baron fight again. Herald fight. So the reason they're late is, again, a similar thing kind of happened. You know how I talked about tempo and basing? They did the same thing again, but for Herald. So watch this. I talked about it live a little bit, but it's hard to describe. Lucian's on a base timer, and Kaisa was showing mid. Yone's on a side lane, and I told you that they need to be careful of the Yone side lane. How do they do that? Well, they just match Lucian into Yone. It's that simple. Match Lucian into Yone. But they don't do it. It takes them too long. The Herald's up in a minute. They gotta get there now.
And Chovy just pulls
So Jackie Love saying, and Lucian saying, okay, let's base and swap.
consistently top.
Greedy base. This is a greedy base. This one play might have just lost them the Herald fight.
And
What happens? Chovy fishes for information. He ease forwards, and he checks. He sees them both basing, cancels them both. So now Lucian, from base, thinks he's running top. He's like, okay, I'll go top, we can fight Herald. But because they get cancelled, look at his pathing.
But
He has to go mid. And now Lucian has to go mid. He didn't want to. But this is because they got cancelled on their base, and they were trying to base for Herald. What happens again?
Find leads, find opportunities to make plays, and with the Rift Herald, now only just starting to spawn, and
Greedy
you have
base.
to reset here.
Another
Jack
base
Chovy
cancelled.
gonna look for the interrupt, and
So
he
top
gets it.
esports are ahead, but they've dropped their tempo. And Gen.G know that. So when Gen.G set up on the Herald, look who's late to the Herald. Because they have to run through top.
Yeah, the only
Lucian's late to top because Jin was stopped on his base and Lucian has to run top. Jin's running mid, but they've lost mid push. So now they're in a state where they had a winning side lane and a winning mid contest. And both mid and bot are top are pushed in. So when you get to the Herald, what does TN see? TN sees fuck all. He sees nothing. They have no mid push, no top push. And Rumble's under tower. And Nars first. So all of these tempo, this is the best way to define tempo. Tempo is all about timing, right? 1 minute for the objective. Base, stack up on wards, push out a lane, contest the objective. But you get cut in one of those steps, you're delayed by 10 seconds. And if you're delayed by 10 seconds, they get there and all of those things fall apart. It's like the domino effect. Well, I should have based, but I didn't. So I got cancelled. So I can't push the lane and I don't have vision. So now you're fighting the objective blind when you're ahead. All because you had greedy bases, greedy recalls. So what happens when you face check? And you're pushing out lanes. Jin's pushing out mid, he's late. Lucian's pushing out top, he's late. So essentially, watch this fight. I'm just going to pause on a frame. Ready? Gen.G are fighting 2 versus 4 for at least 3 or 4 seconds before anyone can join. Lucian and Rumble are stuck, and Jackie Love's on the right. So Gen.G, with all this tempo, they force the objective, and you're late. And because you're late, because you got cancelled on your bases, they have a numbers advantage. So even though this Rumble Ult's not bad, it's a mess. It's a mess. Jackie Love's over there. Rumble Ult was over there. Rel's already dead. Cream's trying his best with Tian. And Gen.G turn it into like a messy, messy fight. They end up winning this fight, but the setup when you're ahead, when you go this close in a fight, when you're ahead, you shouldn't do that. And this was the story of the game, I think. Gen.G was always just 1 step ahead because they had tempo. And Gen.G never had it. And top esports never had it. So every time they got a lead, they could not play on as many lanes as they wanted to. That was a great game. That was such a high quality game. Mega high quality. Gen.G is so good. They're so good. It's crazy.